Shalom all. So if we start with, I guess, a metaphor. If you've ever read an autobiography of someone's life, then you'll realise that, X amount of years, let's assume they're 60 years of their life is put into maybe 300 pages. So you're simulating their life, if you will, and you're condensing it. Another way to think about this is like a movie. It takes hours and hours to make, or it might be about a book. So you make this thing like hyper interesting. So you simulate what actually happens. So if you watch a 3-hour movie about World War II, World War II happened over years, okay? So that I'm telling you this is, the premise of today is when you have a decision to make, and let's say you've got two different paths that you're going down. One is, let's just use an example, you want to move to a foreign country and set up something there. Or another one is you go back home and, I don't know, maybe you look after a family member or something. And the premise is, what is the right decision? And quite simply, there isn't one. Because what you do is, we take a snapshot, like a simulation. We think that we know which path is right, but we actually would never know. So you'd have to find out for yourself. But the main thing to appreciate and realise is most of it is out of your control. So for example, you might be like, I'm going to go home to look after your grandparent who's ill, whatever. You might take the flight back home, blah, blah, and then they die. So be aware of, when you make these decisions, it's usually a snapshot of the situation. And even if you had all the analytics and the data, you'd have to run a machine learning model. You could never have enough information. It would be infinite. So appreciate what's in your control, and also appreciate that the biggest element in this case is the fact that you don't have control over most of the variables in going down a path. So walk down the road and invest your time to figure out which option you would like to go down, but realise that you don't want to overthink it, and just, appreciate what's out of your control. That's it.